Hey, it's Chelsea, and it's been 1 year since my collarbone surgery. I'm really happy to see that so many people have found the videos that I made from that time helpful and have asked questions. I know that when I first broke my collarbone, I searched on YouTube for other people's experiences and they really helped me. So I'm really happy to see that my videos also helped other people. And today I just want to answer a couple of the questions that I've been getting now that it's been a whole year. So yeah, let's get started with those. The first question I get is whether I still have the scar, and if so, what it looks like. And the answer to that is yes, I certainly still have the scar, and I can show you what it looks like now. So this is my scar. It's quite flat. It looks raised here because the way I'm standing, the edge of the plate is kind of poking it up, but the scar itself is flat. And it moves really well. I don't know how well this is visible in the video, but it doesn't catch or pull in any place. So it has a lot of motion along the collarbone and the plate, which is, yeah, great. Next question I want to answer is whether I still have any lasting pain or effects from the surgery. And the answer to that is kind of. I have very, very little pain. I would say the only time I have pain is if something hits directly against the collarbone, which I'm sure would be the same on the other side, but it's probably a bit more painful on the side with the plate. Or if I hold a plank for too long, I sometimes notice that there's a bit of pressure on the collarbone, and then I stop. But in day-to-day life, I don't have any pain. And I do have some kind of tenderness in my pectoral muscle left over. So if I use, I don't know, my jacket's in the way. Yeah, if I tap on both of my pecs on both sides, on my right hand side without the plate, it just feels like normal. And on this side, it just feels extra sensitive. So that's, yeah, not really pain, but just some muscle sensitivity. And one other thing I have is, I don't know if I'll be able to show it here, but if I touch on my arm, when my arm's at my side, if I touch here, kind of near my bicep, I feel it right under the scar or right under the plate, which is just weird. That doesn't make sense. I asked my orthopedist about all these things a few months ago when I was there, and they said not to worry about it. It's probably just some damage that happened to soft tissue either during the break or during the operation, and it has been little by little going away, and it probably is just going to take a little bit longer because soft tissue stuff tends to take a little bit longer. Another question I get is whether there's anything I still can't do, and the answer to that is no. I can do everything that I could do before I broke my collarbone. In fact, I can do more because I never did push-ups before then, or very rarely, and now I've been doing push-ups for a year, and I can do 8 full push-ups in a row, which is pretty impressive for me considering I was always really bad at them. So yeah, I can do everything I could do before, including now the push-ups. Another question I get is, when will the plate come out? And I'm going to get my plate out in a year from now, so 2 years after having the surgery. I've heard different things between 1.5 years and 2 years, and my orthopedist recommended 2 years, so that's what I'm going to do. And the last question is, how long did my recovery take in total? And I find this question kind of hard to answer because there wasn't just a day where the recovery was done. And I think this is also something that really depends on the individual and on your specific break and your specific case. For me, it was a relatively simple break, and none of the surrounding structures got damaged in it, and that's not always the case. So this is just my experience. But for me, it took, I would say, 3 months for 85% of the recovery to be done. So after 3 months, I had full range of motion back. I could do basically everything. I didn't have pain anymore, but I still was being pretty careful with my arm and my collarbone, just because I didn't want to risk that it breaks again with a plate now in there, and then that would be a whole mess. But that being said, I was playing football again, I was skiing again, and I was doing basically everything I normally do. I would say in the next 6 months after that, so from months 3 to 9, the things that took a little bit longer to get back were being able to lay comfortably on that side and even sleep on that side. That I wouldn't say I had back until probably closer to 9 months. But it was a process. Like, I could lay on that side and watch TV for maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, and then it would be uncomfortable and I would need to move. And then, yeah, closer to 9 months, I noticed I was actually starting like to fall asleep on that side again. I was like, oh, this is cool. I'm not uncomfortable. So yeah, a few things took a little bit longer, but for the most part, the first 3 months were, I would say, the critical period for the recovery. And after that, it was kind of just a slow regaining of a few little leftover things. And now, a year out, I would say I feel like I'm fully recovered. Besides those few little muscle tenderness things in my pec and the nerve thing, I'm doing everything that I did beforehand, and I don't like worry much about my collarbone or think much about it anymore, whereas earlier it was very on my mind and everything I was doing, like, oh, protect that. So yeah, I would say that's how the process went for me, but it's going to be different for everybody. And yeah, if you are going through a collarbone break right now, my advice would be talk to your doctor, talk to your orthopedist, tell them what you do and what you would like to be able to do again. And, you know, they can help you come up with a plan with physical therapy and other treatments that can get you back to your life as soon as possible. So thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any other questions that I didn't answer in this video. Leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer those too. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, and see you in the next video.